All right, everybody, welcome to episode 52 of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I am K Cosmic.
Today, man, we got some exciting things to talk about. And it's not just because it's Black Ops Cold War Season 4, and I'm having a ton of fun with Season 4. Got some very exciting announcements that I wanted to talk about at the very beginning of today's live stream. I promised you guys throughout the week there was something going on behind the scenes really exciting. And I'm very proud to announce that I will be going to Zombies World Championship 3 as a caster. And I will be casting the entire weekend, commentating over the gameplay like you would at a baseball game or a football game, or you guys have seen me on my gunfight tournaments. I'll be casting Zombies World Championship 3, and I cannot be more excited about that and just this opportunity that's been given to me. So shout out to everybody at the Zombies World Championship staff and just all the people who are just working on this. Thanks for the opportunity. You guys are pretty cool. So
First of all, chat, we need to give Jason a round of applause. Come on. I want to see your hands clapping. I'm so happy for you. It's such a listen, it's such a great opportunity, and I'm so glad that you of all people have gotten it. Like I was pretty upset that you didn't get in through ZWI. I was like, oh damn, come on, you should have got in. But you're going there one way. You're going there one way or another. So I'm happy for you, man.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, man. I mean, it's exciting. It's definitely really exciting. It's I don't really know
no other words
to
describe it.
No other words to describe it. It's just really exciting. So this weekend, I'll be casting the entire event from Friday to Sunday. We're casting Zombies World Championship. It's going to be a blast, I think. And I can't wait to see what the competitors can bring to the table. Got a lot of different people of a lot of different walks of zombies life, I guess you could say. High rounders, speed runners, all going head to head. These are some of the best zombies players in the world, head to head at the Luxor HyperX Esports Arena in Vegas. And I can already tell it's going to be electrifying with players like Greg FPS and Kingman and, you know, other people like Zombie Dog and people like that. So it'll be really cool. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. So that is the first announcement. That was the first big announcement.
That is the big news. It's all downhill from here.
Oh man. Nah, but the next announcement we are going to be changing things up for the podcast before we jump into some of the other topics. We're going to be changing things up for the podcast. So this will be the last episode of the Division Z podcast that will be posted to our normal YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Now, we started a brand new Division Z specific YouTube channel that will be linked down below in the description of this YouTube video when this becomes an actual YouTube video. And that is where we'll be streaming episodes of Division Z podcast and posting shorts and doing things like that. So it's not gonna be starting next week because I'm at Zombies World Championship, but the week after that with episode 53 of the podcast, we're gonna be streaming exclusively on that channel, posting shorts. I'm still gonna stream here, but it'll also be streamed. It'll also be streamed on the YouTube channel. So
our thoughts about it is me and Jason were thinking about it, and we think it's going to be a good change just because then that's all Division Z stuff in one place. And it's not uploaded to his channel, my channel, everywhere, you know? It's all in one convenient place, and there's not going to be any confusion. It's not going to get buried by our other content because, you know, as you know, we do our own stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So we think this YouTube channel is going to be very good for the podcast, and I think it's just going to be the best system going out from here. So expect your Division Z content from there after this episode, and obviously
So, of course, the channel is just straight up called Division Z because not only are we going to do podcasts, we're going to do little shorts as well from little highlights of episodes of the podcast, which, you know, I think that could be kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything, any and everything Division Z will be on that YouTube channel. Of course, follow our Twitter if you want to stay up to date with things that we do. So that is the second big announcement that we had at the beginning of the stream. So I'm going to Zombies World Championship as a caster. We have our own dedicated Division Z YouTube channel that we're going to start posting on very soon. And so some really exciting times, some really exciting times.
Yeah.
So, man, I think now it's time we jump in to some zombies topics.
I mean, we are a zombies podcast.
That's where our roots are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just really quickly want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for the support. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the kind words, you guys. And yeah, it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be absolutely a great time, I think. Vegas.
Listen. I'm going to be at home watching, and I'm going to be excited for you. Like I have that weekend off. It's just, it's seeing like obviously you there. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Well, man, you're a real one. You're an awesome guy, and I appreciate the support. And yeah, I appreciate it. I will never stop saying that. I will never stop saying that for people like you in the community that I've gotten to know, and for people in my chat who come in to watch the streams. I will never stop saying thank you. I might sound like a broken record sometimes, but I will never stop saying thank you because I'm extremely grateful for what has happened.
I think despite the community being like, you got the people a little bit more toxic, and then you got people that are like our communities that we have right now. I think it's I think giving credit where credit is due and telling people that you appreciate them is a very good thing to do, because first of all, everyone likes being told like oh, I appreciate you, that vice versa and stuff. It's just overall, it's just a nice feeling, and I think we need more of that going around,
and it all comes from the heart. I normally try to articulate everything and try to be as have a good diction and have things like that. I try my best to do that. But when sometimes something comes from my heart, I tend to sometimes I'm at a loss for words a lot of the time. So just know that even though I might say the same thing over and over again, thank you for your support. Oh, I really appreciate that. Oh, you guys are awesome. Even though I might be saying the same thing over and over again, it might sound like a broken record. It's from the bottom of my heart, and I really appreciate it all. So, that's me. But man, season 4 of Black Ops Cold War came out during the week, and I am having a blast.
Yeah, I'm having a good time as well. What did you
Quite
think
literally a blast because the satellites exploded.
Well, did you complete the Easter egg?
I did.
And what are your thoughts on it?
Fun. I thought honestly, it's a very simple part 2 for the Easter egg for Outbreak, and I think it's a perfect prologue to Mauer der Toten. And I was saying this on my stream, what was it, Friday, Thursday? No, it had to have been Friday. Where I think we're going to start Mauer der Toten captured. And so we have to start the map in a jail cell, or we're in some sort of detention center, and we break out. And the moment we break out and we go to the arsenal, or we go to like the barracks or something and grab our loadout weapon, round 1 starts. So I think there's going to be some sort of no man's land kind of effect where you have to maybe escape to find your weapon first, and then the map starts. Just like no man's land, you escape to the teleporter to go to the moon. So I think that could be really interesting. That's just my theory, though.
I think it'll be something like that. I don't think we'll, normal exfil in. Obviously, now we can't really.
Oh no!
Unless it's them taking us in for whatever reason.
Dude, but, and I'm so sad. Raptor 1 is dead.
I know. I didn't realize how bad I feel.
My boy Raptor 1, he was there for us through thick and thin.
I know. Listen, they took us into the machine. I mean, they took us out. They were cool. They were cool. I'm not gonna lie.
But of course it's a big meme going around the zombies community now with Raptor 1 being dead.
It's like the that meme format where like come join us, and it's like all like the good people of the world up in heaven, and it's Raptor 1.
He belongs up there. He belongs up there, my boy.
I mean, as far as the Easter egg goes, it's okay. It's not bad. I definitely think it's more of a prologue than anything.
Absolutely.
And I think it was fun doing it as well. The one step that I got really confused at was that teddy bear step where there's a teddy bear around one of the mystery boxes that you have to go.
Oh yeah.
That was the one step that before I knew what it was, I was really like, what is this? And now that I know what it is, it's like, I mean, oh well, we know what it is now. But yeah, overall, it's a fun Easter egg. I think.
Man, I'm still a little bit salty that the game disconnected me on the game we played. You, me, Joker, Alex, and Sheep, I think was his name, and like second to last step was like, okay, bye, Jason.
Bye, Jason. Bye. It was kind of telling you're going to leave. It was like, oh, your connection disruption. Oh yeah. Oh, you're back. Yeah. It
was like, it was a prelude to that. It was just Sad.
Aqua
It's
in
sad.
the chat. Hey man, I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you very much.
Our homie Aqua, what's up, man?
Haven't seen Aqua, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't think. I mean, I didn't stream this last week. Maybe you're in the chat a week before, but hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. But
Hell yeah.
no, end of what's it? To talk about Outbreak Easter Egg Part 2. I'm surprised. I'm surprised how many people made guides on it. Because
yeah, same here.
I could understand, right? Obviously, you remember Watchful Wolf, right?
Yeah, that guy's cool.
I listen. I got to give him a shout out here. He is fast when making guides. He made the Outbreak Part 1 guide, and it blew up. It did so well. Nice. And then after we bet it, 20 minutes later, I seen him doing it again. And the thing is, right? I thought a guy like this, people wouldn't really need to know what to do, but that ended up getting 30K views. So there's 30K people out there that are wanting to know how to do this. And
I think the main reason for that is, man, is it's still an Easter egg at the end of the day. Say what you want about it. Oh, it's just a prologue. Oh, it's just a side quest. Like, whatever. Because I've seen those arguments on Twitter and things like that. Oh, yeah, this isn't really an Easter egg. I think it's still an Easter egg because you're going out of your way to do a specific task in the map, kind of like how all the other Easter eggs are. But this one doesn't have, the objective markers and things like that like we normally have. But anyways, that's besides the point. Objective markers don't make or break an Easter egg. I think the main reason is because people need to know the locations of the red portals, and people need the location of where that blue bunny is.
And true. I mean, I think the end of it as well, the whole like Tagger Totem area, I thought that was pretty cool. That definitely gave me Tagger Totem vibes, which was absolutely very nice because obviously that's what happened at the end of Tagger Totem. Yeah. I think it was nice. I don't because I love boss fights, right? But at the same time, it's like after Legion, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy just walking around in a circle. Yeah. And then the main boss fight being an Orda, which is fine. I'm quite happy dealing with that.
Yeah. I don't like Legion, man. I
think he's a fun boss. I think he's very intense though.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge, but like the timer and the special enemies on top of that just make it a terrible fight.
Yeah. The timer is the worst thing. The timer is the worst thing about it. I feel like if there wasn't a timer, there wouldn't be so much stress. Like, I don't see why there needs to be a timer there. I get the missiles are going off, but who cares, right? Like, just maybe take that away, right?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah,
who cares?
America's gonna get blown up, but you know what? Just get the timer. Who
cares?
Or not America, actually, because
it's in
the crystals.
The Euro Mountains.
Yeah, the crystals are on top of the silos and things like that.
Yeah.
So I guess it would technically blow up Russia. But actually, got Revived Gamer in the chat here saying they did nerf it a little bit. That is right. They did nerf the boss fight and the bunker part a little bit. Not as many zombies are going to spawn in at super sprinting speed, which thank you.
Thank God.
And yeah, so they nerfed it a little bit. So I am looking forward to attempting it. Hopefully sometime next week. I don't know. Next week's going to be kind of busy, but we'll see. But it's Legion's still not the greatest to me.
No, I think a lot of people really like the concept of what weapons are good against them. Like, I constantly get recommended, the nail gun versus Legion, the 1911 versus Legion.
Yeah,
and I think he's a cool boss. I think he's the hardest boss fight we've had since I don't know, probably Nikolai. Maybe. And I mean, if you're not counting that, if you're counting Infinite War for Zombies, then the last boss fight, and that was pretty hard. I couldn't even beat it. So,
I never played the Mephistopheles boss fight because I didn't play a whole lot of Infinite Warfare. I only played at Spaceland and Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with them, I don't know. I feel like with them Easter eggs is like they just not tedious, but in a way, I want hard Easter eggs. But at the same time, it's like I'm so tired of Easter eggs. Like, unless they're fun, unless they're like the Rise and Drax.
I get what you're saying, but I still think I don't know. I still think the Easter eggs in Cold War. I know a lot of people don't really like them. I quite like D Machine one. So I know a lot of people don't like it because it's exfil cutscene number 4, right? I think we've seen a lot of people like Mr. T Alexify make fun of that. But
yeah.
I think where you've got Kravchenko in the storyline now, and all these scientists, and I think honestly the story can only pick up from here in game. And what I mean by in game is like in the actual maps. But of course, you still got the intel, which you can read about and learn about the storyline, which I will forever say it's this is kind of what the community asked for, right? Treyarch is focused on the gameplay of it first, and then story
the thing
was
is,
kind of over there.
There's a very funny clip of of Lex, and it's pretty much him saying they need to focus more on the story of the game. There's nothing there, and then it's like flashback, like 10 months ago. They need to focus on gameplay. No one cares about story. But it's just the clips mesh together so perfectly that, don't get me wrong, opinions change constantly.
Of course.
You can't have one set opinion, right?
Right.
And I definitely understand how like the story, some people may feel a bit lacking, but then I don't know, that's just a little bit funny.
No, I get what you're saying, man. Because people's opinions change all the time. And I just think, the community consensus at the time was, oh, yeah, please focus on the gameplay for the next time. And then they did. And now it's like, oh, please focus on the story for the next. And then we're just going to be in this constant loop. And I don't know, man. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be kind of weird.
One of them things. I think it's one of them things that only get solved when Zombies is its own standalone game. I think. And once that happens, I think things will be very different. I think with that, there can be a whole. First of all, you can have standard survival maps, and then you can have a more story-focused mode, perhaps, and then maybe an open world mode. That's what I would hope to happen, at least, if they're going to go down that route and hopefully make
definitely.
Because imagine that. I know we're talking about season 4, and we're talking about like the game that's maybe probably not even going to come. But like, imagine a zombie game where at launch it's an open world experience where the story is constantly evolving, where it's like building, crafting, things like that. Okay. And then, what's it? Then we have our normal survival mode, which is round-based maps with bigger ones, smaller ones, all of it, right? And in that whole section there, we have our own selections of game modes, like grief, things like that. Then imagine a story narrative mode, like Nightmares, but is actually good.
I could see it. I could totally see that, man. It could be that could literally be called Zombies Chronicles, like that would be.
Yeah. That's it. That's all of it there.
Yeah. So I think I like your idea, Treyarch. Do it.
Yeah. God, they need to hire people like us. We need to tell them what to do, and I feel like someone in the community could tell them this is what we kind of want.
I guess.
Some people wouldn't be happy because you can't please everyone. Mm-hmm. But oh wow. Let's see what's going on in chat. Timmy, hello.
I guess honestly, something like that would be possible because Jason Blundell hired JC Backfire.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know.
We still don't know the nature of what's happening there. Are they working on the standalone Zombies game? Maybe if they are.
No, here's the thing: they're not working on Zombies. I don't think they're working on Zombies because I think Activision would own the rights to that,
No, but what I'm saying is do you think under Activision maybe, and they're just keeping it a secret for now? Or do you think that would have been the investor's call?
I feel like
in the investor's call that would
either the investor's call or they would have announced it at E3. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think they're working on Zombies. I think Jason is going to be working on his own standalone game, his own standalone story. And like I said, man, if Activision still has, some of the rights to Chaos, that would kind of suck because I want to see what Jason could do with the Chaos storyline. You know what I'm saying?
I think they'll just keep the rights out of spite. I think they'll be like, no, these are ours. I don't know. I really wouldn't. I think if Jason can do something with the story, or what I think would happen is, I think definitely with whatever game he makes, it's going to be definitely like mythological stuff going on. I don't think it'll be like a war game or something. I can see that being from Jason and his whole I don't know. I'm guessing with the people he's working with, I feel like they're probably all on the same level of what they kind of want to make.
Definitely.
They probably went through that beforehand. I definitely can imagine it with things like dragons. You have to do quests. You have to go to do certain raids and stuff. And there's something maybe like Destiny, but with a lot more mythological, again, dragons, warlocks, goblins, things like that. I can imagine something awesome. Like that. I would play that game constantly.
Absolutely.
Honestly, yeah.
And like I said before, man, they've got a whole community behind them already. Not a lot of studios have that luxury. But because Jason Blundell is so popular and so well liked in the zombies community. They have this huge fan base behind them already that's ready and willing to play any game they make, which I think is a huge power play, to be honest. So, and then you include community guys like JC Backfire, you include an audience like JC Backfires into the whole fray, and then you're just, Deviation Games to the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think this studio has so much potential, and it can do so many cool things that I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. But yeah, kind of backtracking to season 4 a little bit. Of course, we got Hijacked and Collateral in multiplayer. Fan favorite Hijacked. I've been having fun.
I think Hijacked is just, in general, a good map. Like, you can't really go wrong with it. In BO2, it was obviously classic. BO3, it was okay. And with,
that was Skyjacked, wasn't it?
Skyjack, yeah. And the only difference was obviously the movement, and you could go through the side.
Yes.
Which was cool. It was very cool. Cold War, I like to see how it's very, similar.
It feels like Black Ops 2,
Yeah.
Like, I think for whatever reason, Hijacked for me feels more like it's like I'm playing Black Ops 2 than maybe Raid or Express, just because I don't know, just something about the atmosphere of Hijacked just gets me like, yeah, Black Ops 2, like, remember that, like, I like Raid, I like Express, I like Standoff, but I don't know, there's just something about Hijacked that makes me go, yeah.
I like this.
This belongs in Cold War, but I also feel like I'm playing Black Ops 2.
Here's the thing, right? Here's what I think. By the end of Black Ops Cold War, it's just going to be Black Ops 1.5.
Right.
That's all it's going to be. It's going to be in that setting where it's going to have stuff Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and maybe even Black Ops 3 if they incorporate some maps into like an older time setting. And I don't know. I feel like in a way, like, it's so cool. It's so cool. But I think with skill-based matchmaking, which I'm just trying to ignore at this point, I got so annoyed about it at the start, and I just couldn't get rid of the shake. Like, oh, I hate this, right? And now I just try and ignore it. But I wish there was a game like Cold War so many years ago where skill-based matchmaking wasn't super heavily involved. Don't get me wrong; it's always been there. It's always been there, but never to the extent of you have a really good game, and then you're going to have 10 bad games in a row.
And I think, man, it's also, we've talked about this before. It's it's the culture around gaming nowadays with esports, and I'm not saying that's just the whole thing to blame, right? Like, no, obviously not. But I'm just saying, because I feel like a lot of the culture around Call of Duty and multiplayer has changed so much that everyone has to go like plus 10, and everyone's got to be like super try hard, sweaty, like.
Oh yeah, it's like.
We had people like that before in past game lobbies, but it's like cranked up to 11 this time around for Cold War and Warzone, and it's like, I don't know.
There was actually a study by some university, and the skill gap from 2010 to now, across the board, it's gone up. Like 5-year-olds now. 5-year-olds playing Fortnite can easily get wins right now, right? So 5-year-olds 10 years ago were nowhere near as good as games as they are now.
Absolutely.
The skill gap has gone up crazily. So it's in a way it was for the culture change, and since gaming was still relatively new in terms of first-person shooters, I would say. Don't get me wrong, first-person shooters have been around since probably about around 30 years maybe now. But I don't know when the first kind of Doom released. But that era, maybe 25 years or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that, right? In the 90s, I'm sure the first proper first-person shooter.
I don't remember the year off the top of my head either.
Oh, but somewhere around that, 90s, maybe above 85. I don't know, right? But there's been a solid amount of time for people to improve on this new fun form of media, and now it's just okay, it's been born into the new kids. Kids come out with a Switch playing Fortnite now.
It's part of the culture. Gaming is a huge part of culture nowadays.
And honestly, I don't hate it. I'm quite glad that gaming.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we love video games. We literally have a gaming podcast,
Exactly, yeah, right. And the thing is as well, I think gaming in a way saved us during the whole lockdown stuff. Because don't get me wrong, right? don't get me wrong. If this happened like 30 years ago, we wouldn't know really anything about video games, so there wouldn't be anything to miss, right? But imagine playing video games and then going back 30 years and going through all this lockdown stuff. Bored.
Well, you know what? I guess there will be other tasks to do, like reading. I mean, here's the thing. That sounds so bad, right? Like, oh yeah, you can go back to reading, right? Because I mean that as a joke, but at the same time, I know a lot less people nowadays. A lot more people nowadays don't read. And I'm not just saying. I'm not saying that as like a diss. Yeah. I'm literally saying that because I know people don't read anymore. And
and it's because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Reading can be enjoyable. I'm dyslexic, and I've read a book, right? And even though I'm dyslexic and I get a bit of trouble along the way, I can get the enjoyment out of it. It's very therapeutic, I think I would say, right?
Yeah.
But now you got things like Audible, where they'll read it to you.
I mean, even that's better. I mean,
exactly. Like, why read it when you get someone to read it for you?
How do I phrase this? Not better, but at least you're hearing something that will challenge you and make you think. Because that's the whole point of reading, man. I don't read as much as I would like to be honest. But when I try to get the chance, I do, and. You gotta read to challenge your mind. You gotta read to get some new ideas. Use your imagination. Get the brain working more. Really, reading is a great tool. Reading is a great tool to not only figure things out in your head and to, how do I explain it?
I think
critical thinking. Yeah. You can read a lot of philosophy. You can read a lot about world culture. You can read a lot about language. You can read a lot about history. There's so many interesting things to read about. Nonfiction and fiction, fictional books. Like, even if it's Harry Potter, read fucking Harry Potter. It's still a magical world. Lord of the Rings. It's still a world where you can use your imagination and get your brain thinking and get it, And that's what's
something
great about
else about reading. Something else about reading as well when you're reading like things like Harry Potter and things like that is like you can picture the world as your own, know? And as amazing as movies are, where it like paints the picture for you, it's a lot more like it's actually showing us what's going on, like, and not telling us as much as books. That's the thing. Movies and books are polar opposites. Movies show us what's going on, while books tell us what's going on, and vice versa.
That's a really interesting point. It's a really interesting point.
Because with reading, again, you get the benefit of you can picture that world however you please, and then you could watch the movie and then be like, well, this isn't actually how I seen it.
I mean, here's the thing about and then because then you're starting to get into the headcanon territory, right? Where a lot of people will kind of not make a connection. It's kind of a disconnect where people go, oh, that's not how I imagined in my head, therefore the movie is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go on the flip side and defend movies a little bit here. Movies, the way you can tell a story can also be very visually stimulating and can also make you think. I think movies and books both serve their purposes of helping you think and helping you try to solve things. That's why crime shows. I can totally understand the appeal of crime shows where people they want to figure out the murder, they want to figure out the crime, and what happened here, and I get people's brains working. Maybe some films like. Have you watched Memento?
I have not.
A movie like that is just such a brain trip that you can watch a movie to really get your mind cranking and get your mind moving and to think about what the fuck is even happening.
Yeah.
But movies are so much easier to access nowadays with, everyone's got a smartphone, everyone's got their computers and laptops.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm not saying books aren't easy to access. Go to the library, right? But
I mean, a phone is just easier in general.
I think long story short, they both serve a purpose. I think books and movies both serve a purpose, but I do think more people should read because
I think
that's where real critical thinking can happen. Not to say you can't critically think on a movie, and that's not what I'm saying. But reading is to me personally, it's like a special kind of You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not articulating this enough.
I know
but,
exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. It's
yeah, it's
like
critical thinking.
it's how do you put it as well? I feel like we're reading as well for a lot of cases. Information can be absorbed somewhat better than if you're watching a documentary. Because when you're reading, you're going point by point. You're like, okay, that makes sense. I feel like memorizing stuff can be slightly easier with it. And when you're doing it for knowledge stuff, like when you're doing it for that, but when you're actually reading it again for as a form of entertainment, I think the good thing about books are that they're never okay. Well, eventually they'll go away, right? But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, right, and you have no Wi-Fi connection,
yes,
a book's gonna be a lot more entertaining than a phone because you can't do anything with your phone unless you have games on it, right?
Yeah, I feel
in a
that.
sense. I think it's all about perspective
and
like understanding that like
perspective
even
is
if
huge.
I can imagine kids growing up like now like oh books are lame, books are stupid, right? Don't get me wrong.
That makes me sad.
Don't get me wrong, right? Reading for me isn't the best task in the world, but I can definitely understand the appeal. I can definitely understand why someone maybe would choose to read a book over play a video game because it's like just sit down, relax on a nice rainy night. I don't know. I'm setting the atmosphere,
dude.
On a cold rainy night next to a fireplace.
Those are the kinds of days I like reading.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear the rain on the roof, and you got some whatever book with you. It's great, man. It's obviously great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Now we got Aqua in the chat. Hey, it's Aqua. What's up, man? Long time no see. Absolutely. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. We got Spirit in the chat saying I read YouTube and Twitch titles. That's it. Well, you know what?
That's some reading.
I implore everybody in the chat to read more. I encourage everybody to read more. Gain knowledge. That's a huge thing. Knowledge and perspective. Reading can also give you new perspectives on things and help you form your own opinions. And it's a very useful tool. So I very, very much would suggest. That sounds like a weird sentence. I would advise more reading. Is essentially what I'm saying. Not to go all English teacher mode on everybody, but I'm not going to make you write essays unless you want to. If you want to write an essay, go knock yourself out. But I'm not going to make you write essays. PogChamp, big PogChamp.
Big PogChamp. I'll let you know. I'll let you use in something else planning on doing. I'm getting my setup will change around because I want to do more Pokemon card openings and like all that.
Ooh, nice.
I'm opening in my free time. I'm like, I should probably live stream this or something,
Absolutely.
Right? And I had an absolutely great idea, right? I'm gonna live stream myself, right? Got my face cam here. And I'm gonna get another camera for other stuff like Pokemon cards and stuff, right? Yeah. So I have two cameras working at once. I'm gonna stream myself reading a Stephen King novel, right?
Oh,
and just title it. I'll just title it "Dyslexic Person Tries to Read a Novel," right, or something like that. I think first of all it'll be entertaining, and then I have a look at critics in the chat being like, but like at the same time, I feel like if it's there, it encourages me to read because first of all, I'm doing something else with it, right? Like I'm doing something where people are like, this is actually quite interesting to see someone with dyslexia try and read, and then at the same time, it's giving me a reason to do it. So,
well, there you go, man.
That's a little teaser. I might do something like that. Anyway,
we've got a Circumvention in the chat saying you can interpret a lot from clickbait titles. Yep, that's true. You can definitely interpret a lot from Gone Wrong, 3 a.m. challenge, haunted prank, whatever.
You got the thumbnails like.
Yeah, you got those like super over the top. See, okay, I put my face in thumbnails, but I don't think I'm too over exaggerated. If you guys think I over exaggerate, let me know. But I try to keep it as natural as possible. You know what I'm saying?
I think with certain things like like a zombie trailer, I might just do it for fun, like.
Yeah.
Because it's just you see everyone else doing it. It's like, okay, I might as well do it as well, right? But in terms of like actually trying to clickbait people, like by my reaction, that's really not what I'm trying to do. I'm just like, Like, I'm excited. If I'm excited about the map, I'll do that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if I'm feeling super like pumped about, like, oh, I'm gonna make a thumbnail with my face in it, like, you know, like it's like the baby in Cold War Zombies.
Oh no.
God,
The
that's
baby.
crazy.
I read
You know?
reviews on food. Hey, you know
Well,
what?
there you go.
That's fine, I guess. You know, got that kappa emote in the chat there, but hey, dog, I guess it's better than nothing, right?
I was watching this guy on YouTube during lockdown, and he reviews food. Like, he goes up to takeaway places, and he'll take them like, let's see how this tastes. Really like him, right? Really funny. Little did I know he's actually gotten his own Netflix show, and I found out a few days ago because it popped up my recommended. And I was like, oh, that's the guy from YouTube. And then I watched a whole video about it, and I was like, oh man, that's nice. That's actually really cool that he's got a Netflix deal. So
that's cool. Yeah, it's really cool seeing, you know, entertainers and people like that, you know, kind of work with companies like Netflix and things like that. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for example, right? I sometimes watch another podcast because I like anime, right? So I subscribe to a couple of anime YouTubers, you know, CDogVA, The Anime Man, and Guguk, and they have a podcast together called Trash Taste, and I watch them all the time. Well, not all the time, but sometimes. Whenever I need another podcast to listen to, I listen to them, and you know, those guys have worked with Netflix before. And, you know, it's like it's really cool to see YouTubers kind of working their way into that sphere because they're making their own content and people are taking note of that. And, you know, YouTube is such a huge platform for all this and for exposure. And that just proves it to me. Yeah. That YouTube and Twitch and things like that are just giant platforms for
Jason,
people to pay attention to.
I have to interrupt you. Revive Gamer, I'm sorry that your message got deleted. It's my Nightbot thing. For some reason, people put capital letters in the chat. It's like, get out, don't do that, don't do that. No. Yeah, or something. I don't know. Or what was it? Spam capping, whatever it's called. Ignore it. If you do it again, you should be okay. But I'm sorry about that. That wasn't me. That was not me.
Okay, because he has a message in all caps in my chat here too. Are you talking about Damn Drops? Is that the guy's name? Damn Drops.
I don't know. All I know is that I can't see his message because my Nightbot deleted it. No,
because you were talking about the food. You were talking about the food guy on Netflix. Was that what his name was? Damn Drops.
It might be him.
Damn.
Let's see. Yes, it's him. Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it is him.
I personally haven't heard of him,
stuff. I love his stuff. He goes in and he's like, he has a way of talking. He has a way of just reviewing the food. It's like, I'm gonna go in for a bite. Now you can taste the chicken, but the seasoning and the sauce, dude, you know, it's just I love it.
Now all we need is to give Gordon Ramsay his own Netflix show. You know, just bring back Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel
honestly,
Nightmares. You know,
or Hotel Hell. And of him. Thing is, you know, I love, right? You watch the British one and you watch the American one. They're complete polar opposites. You see the British one, he's like, you know, that's awful, right? And he's like, the guy's like, yeah. And then in the British one, right? And in the American one, it's like, you idiot. And then it's like, oh, like the do.
All the sound effects. Because, man.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
It's all, because it's reality, right? It's all about the spectacle. It's all about the spectacle. So if Gordon Ramsay, you know, he knows if he has to play it up a little bit and be like, you know, you fucking donkey, you know, if he's got to play it up and, you know, perform to everybody in the restaurant because it's in Vegas, you know, not only is it reality, but it's Vegas, and you know, so
like, you know, that one clip where he gets the bread. You know that one clip where he gets the bread. What are you, an idiot sandwich?
Yeah.
God, it's good. It's good.
He's got a lot of fun moments, man. And the YouTube channel, the YouTube channel is killing it. For
because the people that run it are really memey. They know about all the jokes. Like,
they're up to date.
Overall, it just does well. And I think I think there's no other experience like watching through like Kitchen Nightmares or Hell's Kitchen or whatever for the first time and watching it and seeing all the iconic moments. Like,
Yeah,
God.
it's great. And I even enjoy watching, Hotel Hell too. Just kind of
I think
seeing
Hotel
what's
Hell
going
is very
on.
underrated.
I agree.
I think they should have done more with it. I think honestly, I think it's a lot more interesting than watching him do stuff with food. I think him going to a hotel, there's a lot more like, because obviously we're all going to go to a hotel, right?
Hmm.
Like, not all of us are going to be working in a kitchen, but seeing him
Right.
go to a hotel and then getting his light out that like,
Oh
what's
yeah.
going on in the bed? You see that?
Or
Oh,
like,
is there,
dude,
like,
some of my favorite moments, and it's kind of, I don't know why I find it really interesting, but when he takes out that little device and he like measures like the bacteria level of the
oh
hotel
yeah,
rooms,
it's through the
it's like,
chart.
it's like, oh yeah, so normal, what is it, like normal is like 30 or something, right? He's like, say a
Yeah,
normal
almost
is that.
30.
This is like 800. It's like
It's good. Like,
shit,
I
It's like,
who knows? Like, thing is,
I don't
who
know why
knows
those are
how
my
dirty
favorite
a room can
moments.
be? That's the thing, though. Like, who knows how dirty a room can be without
Everybody,
bringing
you
something in.
gotta do your research on hotels. You gotta
Yeah,
do your research.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, ugh,
Well,
God.
anyways, what an interesting tangent we went on today's podcast.
Yeah. Let's talk about season 3.
Let's talk about
4.
season 3. Yes, of course.
Season 3. Yeah. Okay. So
Outbreak
Outbreak
Easter
Easter
Egg
Egg
Part
came out.
One.
Came out. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh
Honestly,
man,
the boss fight's a bit hard, but hopefully they nerf it in the future. Um. Anyway,
man,
stop memeing.
what else happened in season 4? Oh yeah, the battle pass. I think honestly, this is a pretty strong battle pass.
Yeah,
There's
the weapons are fun.
a lot of cool things. MG82, by the way, is broken
Yeah,
in Warzone.
I've seen. You said that at the start. You're like, I can imagine this thing being broken in Warzone.
It's honestly kinda crazy. Not only
Yeah,
have I used it from personal experience, killing a bunch of people, I I've seen other people do it, and it's insane. And when you have the right attachments, so
yeah,
MG82 is probably gonna get nerfed sometime in the next week. I think honestly that's just the Call of Duty Warzone cycle at this point. A new
yeah,
season comes out. There's a new weapon. The new weapon is overpowered for a week. The weapon gets nerfed. The meta goes back to kind of somewhat balanced, but a lot of people still use the weapon that used to be overpowered. Then rinse and repeat. You know.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, we kind of know why that is, though, don't we?
To get
Like,
more people playing, I think. I think it's
yeah,
intentional.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah, it's like why are all the battle pass weapons on launch really good, and then
Mhm.
by the time the game's over, all the weapons feel the same.
Yeah,
If you
because the
get what I
thing
mean.
is, I get that, man. I think I haven't used the C58 yet in when Warzone. I
Yeah.
used it a little bit in Zombies a little earlier actually today, but I don't know. I don't see the C58 doing great in Warzone, but
Yeah,
for
yeah.
whatever reason the MG82 is absolutely insane,
Hmm.
which I think is kind of a funny thing. We have the MG82 and the M82. So
Yeah.
we're one letter away from having two guns with the same name. So I don't know. I don't know
What
the
do you think
reasoning
of the
behind that.
Have you had a chance to play the nail gun yet?
I have. I love the nail gun.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but it looks good in multiplayer and zombies.
Oh,
More
it's so
zombies
much
than
fun.
multiplayer because
It's so
in
much fun in
multiplayer it looks like it has no
multiplayer.
ammo.
I
Does it
went
have
into
ammo?
Warzone. Yeah, it actually has more ammo than zombies in Warzone.
Really?
It's so much fun because I went into Warzone last night and just kind of chilling, having fun. And
Yeah,
I was using the nail gun, killing people in Warzone, and it was so much fun.
it's
Like,
good.
like I can totally see people in the future like just rage quitting, right? Oh, fucking got killed by the nail gun again. Like,
Yeah,
I could totally see people just being like, come on, like, come on. And I think I don't know. I just think it's a really fun weapon to use. I don't mind trolling with it because the nail gun
yeah.
is not like overpowered. It's not the greatest weapon in the game either, but it's still good.
I think it's
So,
pretty good in close range, right?
oh, absolutely. Long
Yeah.
range, much to be desired.
Um,
But you can
yeah.
still do good damage. But you're much better
Hmm.
off, you walk into a house or you walk into a building and there's a guy danger close and and you pound a couple
Yeah.
nails into their skull and there you go.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was my class for Warzone when I was playing it yesterday. Nail gun MG82.
Good time. A good time.
Rocking it on Plunder. Which, by the way, there's also the satellite event that's happening right now, which I haven't been able to really experience fully, just because by the time I spawn in and by the time players already get to the satellite site, they've already spawned in the satellite and they've done the event. So then I get to what was left of the event and I loot a couple loot chests there, and I'm like, well, fuck. So I don't know if I gotta get off the plane quicker or what. Or not plane. It's not a plane anymore. Off the helicopter quicker.
Oh yeah, they changed, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool seeing some new parts of the map when the satellites do crash. It's kind of interesting to me. But I wish I could experience it because the actual event for all the challenges are gonna end next week, and I don't have any of the challenges completed yet, to be honest.
And you're pretty busy, aren't you, this coming week, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
So
no.
Get the replacer.
There you go. The replacer can help me out.
Get your Call of Duty time.
Man. There's the replacer goes to Zombies World Championship instead of me. That'd be funny.
God, that'd be great. That'd be amazing.
But yeah, man, I guess that's another thing I'll say real quick for everybody on my channel who watches my content. The content is going to be kind of sparse this week. I'm not going to lie. I am gonna stream tomorrow though. I'm gonna stream on Monday. I'm gonna post a video tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a normal day. But Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know, because Thursday I'll be in Vegas before the event.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Tuesday or Thursday, but bear with me, guys. You guys will get to see me on the Zombie World Championship stream this weekend. So. It'll be worth it.
I mean, it's gonna be sick. Will there be so will we see like your face cam and stuff? Yeah. Or
yep.
just
I'll be casting. You know, I'll be there at the caster's desk. I would assume it's a desk, right? You know, a lot of these events have those. I mean, I guess I'll see what happens when I get there, but I'll be there casting right next to MC Sports Talk and some other people. I would assume would be invited on to do casting as well. So it'll be a really fun time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, MC Sports Talk, obviously, he's like the host, right? He's going to be the main front of it.
Yeah.
But,
now, hear me out here, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Hear me out here. Do you think in the future there'll be a Zombies Championship 4?
Probably. I think there would be because of, they're able to get a event like this in Vegas. First of all, that's huge. So if they're able to land something like this, it obviously means people are interested in hosting an event like this. So more esports arenas, I think, would be open to it because of this event.
Yeah.
And I think it would also how do I word this? The fans, the audience would have to push for it too.
Yeah, yeah.
And we know how the zombies community is very passionate. So I think a combination of the event being at the HyperX Esports Arena, which is a big venue, the combination of that and people can turn heads and go, oh shit, that was a zombies event there? Whoa. Combination of that and a passionate community to continue to have the ball rolling, I think there would be a fourth one. Now, whether it'll be next year or not, I don't know. I would maybe assume so, but I don't know, to be totally honest. I mean, I guess it'll be all up to the guys behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is if there's a Zombie World Championship 4, I'm going to go. My life will be sorted out. I'll have money.
Hey.
I'll have a passport. I'll be able to go.
Hey.
I'll be able to, listen, I'll be able to drink then, because you can't drink if you're not 21 in Vegas for some stupid reason.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be able to do all the fun stuff, so yeah.
Well, that'll be great, man. Hey, who's to say it's going to even be in Vegas next time, Where would it even be?
Maybe it could be in Scotland.
Oh. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
I think here's the thing, right? Somewhere like in Vegas, just in general, is a good spot because, people from around all there can go. Absolutely. I think if you're going to move something to like the UK, then issues happen where like so many people have to fly.
Yeah.
I think it turns in from a nice like a few days out to like an actual like a trip.
Absolutely. And man, hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind it being in Scotland. Don't you all got a bunch of castles up there?
Yeah, we got some medieval castles. There you go. Highland cows. You know, they're pretty. You know,
It'll
like
be Zombies World Championship 4. I'm a sucker for medieval castles.
exactly.
That'll
Yeah.
be the
I
title of it.
mean, I mean, if it was going to be in the UK, I'd imagine it would be probably in England.
Yeah, probably London.
Ideally, London. Yeah, somewhere where there's a stadium, somewhere that's quite popular for things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, right? As far as the actual community goes, in like outside of the UK, I feel like everyone's quite scattered about as far as content creators go. But in the UK, you have like Darlic, Milo, Pizza, probably a few more I'm just missing off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
There's a decent amount of content creators here, along with the fan base as well. So don't get me wrong. I think on the other side of the argument as well. Maybe like if you're going to buy a ticket for Zombie World Championship, and you're staying at Vegas for like a few days, I don't think you'd mind flying to Scotland and then staying there for a few days.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, man. And you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, hear me out. What if Zombies World Championship 4 is in Austria at the real life Der Eisendrache?
That'd be pretty cool.
At least I think is it in Austria? Like in real life, is it in Austria too?
I'm pretty sure it's in Austria, yeah.
Like
I got my postcard somewhere. I have no idea where it is. But that was
But like, could you imagine zombies or just a zombies event in general? It doesn't even have to be Zombies World Championship. Just a zombies event in general. You book out the whole castle, and it's like a zombies convention. You know,
it's all zombified.
That
like,
would
actually
be
change the whole
awesome.
atmosphere of the place. Oh,
that would be awesome. And then, could you imagine like the final day of the event, right? Like you have a competition throughout the weekend, right? You have a competition. 4 lucky people will have the opportunity to play Der Eisendrache in real life, right? So the final day of the event, you start in the place with the gondolas, and then you have to solve an Easter egg at the castle. Dude, cool. How do I make this happen? Actually, how do I make this happen? I'm getting excited thinking about that. Actually, how do I make it happen? Like, who do I talk to?
Who do you call?
who do I call? Like, do I gotta call like the government or something to get permission to use that property? Because I assume it's it's an old castle, might be government property at that point. I don't know. Maybe because I know it's a tourist attraction, so probably is government property. I don't know. But I think that'd be the coolest thing ever. I would fly to Europe. I would do the best I can to fly to Europe all the way here from the United States. Or just build Der Eisendrache here in America.
Yeah, make it out of cardboard cheap. Just do that.
Yeah, that's as far as my contracting skills will go too, because I'm not a contractor, so got a couple of cardboard pieces and make it like a little castle or like I don't know.
Something. You'll make something.
Make something happen. That actually reminds me. Remember back at when COD XP was a thing, and they had that real life Nuketown paintball.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, that was cool. I remember watching that.
I wish I could play in that. That'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Imagine two.
What game was that at? Was that at the Black Ops 4 reveal? Oh no.
I think it was a Black Ops 4. It would have been a Treyarch thing. It wouldn't have been like, I don't think it would have been like Infinity Ward or something.
Or maybe it was Infinite Warfare.
Was it? Do you think?
Chat, if you guys, because I don't remember what it was. If you guys in the chat can remember what that Nuketown paintball event was, that'd be great. Because I kind of want to go back and check it out. Because I remember watching some of it, and I remember thinking it was a cool idea. Because my two thoughts in my head are either Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 4.
4 years ago it happened, actually.
Because I remember like most of the Z House went. I think most of the Z House went. So I think it had to have been around that time.
Yeah, I think it was 4 years. I'm watching Greg's video about it. Greg's FPS. And,
so 4 years ago, right? So 2017. So that'll be... Okay. Well, 2017, that would have been the World War II reveal. Right? Because Black Ops 3 is 2015, the cycle was 16, then Infinite Warfare released in 2016, Infinite Warfare had its cycle in 17, so it would be World War II. So it would have been the World War II COD XP kind of event, but Nuketown just happened to be there. then.
That's kind of random.
I mean, it's Call of Duty, right? I mean, any and all things Call of Duty, it's literally COD XP.
There you go, yeah.
So.
Do you remember the Black Ops 4 reveal?
Dude, that was so much hype.
Yeah, it was the main one was like it was like a half an hour live stream of just these two guys cutting metal, and then it was the Black Ops 4 logo.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
God, that was funny.
That, actually, dude.
And people in the chat were just like,
I remember people were like, "Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?" I mean, of course, I'm excited too, but I remember it was just so memed on.
Yeah, because it's literally two guys cutting metal.
But man, the whole live event with Jason Blundell and David Vonderhaar, oh my god, dude.
So nostalgic.
I would have gone. I would have totally gone to that. If I had started making zombies content like a year earlier, I would have totally gone to that because
don't blame you.
Yeah, 2018 was really the year I took content creation seriously. You know, when Black Ops 4 came out, I would say that was the turning point for me. Instead of it just being like, oh, I'll make a couple YouTube videos here and there, whatever. Black Ops 4 came out, and I was like, you know, I could probably do something with this. And the rest is history. Here we are, everybody.
Now we have a Call of Duty Zombies podcast,
which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Really, I mean, how things just go and the time just marches forward, and where we are now as opposed even a year ago, dude, even 6 months ago, how fucking weird how far we've come. You know, I mean, damn, I'm proud of us, to be honest.
I am too. I think it's quite, again, I think for you did YouTube a while before I did, and for me doing this, I think if you watch the first episode of the podcast and compare it to now, how much we both changed people, but like then like obviously like the face cams, obviously that was the whole issue, the background, the moving logo, the chat. I think just overall from what we were to what we are now, I think it's just such like a step up in terms of quality, and I'm glad we're here. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fucking. I mean, it's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. And we got the chat reviving the chat saying, "Imagine if COD League had a zombie section." I've definitely imagined that so many times. I've definitely fantasized about that many times because I think it can happen. I absolutely think it can happen if Activision and Treyarch and whoever, right? Because I know they're gonna watch. You guys are gonna watch Zombies World Championship. Yeah. Don't tell me you're not going to.
Yeah,
they take wind of this. I think it'd be a very, very fruitful partnership for both parties, because then zombies would be taken more seriously as a legitimate esport. Which I said this even before Zombies World Championship Zombies World Championship 3 was revealed. I'm a huge supporter of the fact of zombies can go pro. You know, zombies esports. I think that can be a huge market.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There's so much potential there that we got it. Something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. And so that's why I'm excited for things like, you know, Codename Pizza's website, Zombies Esports, of course. You know,
have you been able to get onto it yet?
I still haven't been able to get onto it, but you know, I'm sure once all the issues are fixed, I'm sure it's a great website. And then, you know, I know a lot of people still use ZWR. But I don't think as many people use ZWR as they used to. Just
after everything.
Just off first glance.
Down, and then,
with the whole they just randomly shut down, and so I think
like,
definitely
we're back.
I think not as much traffic is going to that website, so I definitely think it's time for another evolution. I think it's time to move forward.
Exactly.
You know. But yeah, I think it can be done. And I agree with the chat. It can be done. It can be done.
Yeah.
And I think there's just there's just a couple of components missing. I'm not sure what that is, but something. You know, and I think Zombies World Championship is a huge stepping stone for something like this. So, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man. You know. But anyways, man. So, damn, we talked about a lot. We talked about a lot on today's podcast. We talked about season 4. We talked about Zombies World Championship. We talked about reading. We talked about watching movies.
Movies, education.
We talked about the human experience.
Experience. Start reading, kids. Start reading.
Everybody, you know, moral of the story, everybody, start reading. Start gaining knowledge. Start, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do things that help you. Do things that help you and make you smarter and make you healthier and make you, whatever. Self-care is super important. So, and I think reading is a huge thing for self-care as well. So, yeah, man, good episode of the podcast today. I had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But I'd like to remind everybody today as well that, of course, this is the last episode of the podcast. They'll be up on our normal channels. Moving everything to the Division Z specific YouTube channel on the next episode of the podcast. Not next week because of Zombies World Championship, but the week after with episode 53. That will be on the Division Z YouTube channel. I'm still going to be streaming here on Twitch because I like Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
But we're also going to be having it streamed to that channel as well on YouTube. So that is going to be that. So last episode of the podcast on our normal channels before we move over to the Division Z main channel, I guess you could call it.
Yep.
So, any final thoughts before we end off today's episode of the podcast, my friend?
Since you won't be here next week because obviously Zombie World Championship, just want to say one more time, I'm so happy for you. I know you're going to absolutely kill it, and I can't wait to watch. I know everyone in chat, your chat, my chat, can't wait to watch you as well. It's going to be great. It's going to be great seeing you.
Man, I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for the support over the years as well, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get to work. I'm so excited to get up on that stage or wherever they're gonna place me. Right? They're gonna to get up on that stage or get up on the caster's desk and just make the Zombies community proud. I guess I know it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a really fun time, man. So I will be seeing you guys at Zombies World Championship 3. Very soon. I will also be, I'm posting a video tomorrow and all that. But most importantly, I will see you guys at Zombies World Championship this coming weekend. And on another episode of the Division Z podcast very soon. Have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. And also, feel free to comment your favorite part of today's show. Because we like to see what people like about our podcast. We like to see what people are talking about. What do you guys like to listen to? Just cuz. Why not? Share your favorite part in the comments. And I guess with that said, it's been Jason and K Cosmic. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.